Hello, Divine Feminine is going to try to do a short reading. Wow. For you today, I do want to say, if you want a reading, I can get it done for you in like 1 to 2 days right now. Because I'm caught up. And I think my longer Divine Feminine readings are sold out, but the short ones are on my Etsy. So let's see. Starfish. Fish, dragonfly. So my Divine Feminine and masculine energies and whale. Very fascinating. What I'm getting off of that is that there's a lot of sensitivity in the collective right now. Especially the masculine is going like deep within his feelings. I'm going to shut that window. I just saw the Emperor card, Queen of Wands, King of Wands, Chariot reversed, World reversed, Two of Pentacles. Interesting. Trying to decide. High Priestess, Knight of Wands, Star, Knight of Cups, both reversed, Knight of Swords. 3 nights in a row. 5 of Swords. All right, here we go. King of Wands, King of Swords. I'm sitting there looking at the sword. Wow. This is very otherworldly energy. Okay. So, to begin with, I have to shut this window. It's just too loud. We have King of Swords. King? Yes, King of Swords, Ace of Swords. Reversed, Star, King of Pentacles, reversed, and Moon. Stars and the Moon. I love this card with the flower behind. 5 of Cups reversed. He's seeing what he lost. 7 of Wands reversed. Death. Ten of Pentacles. And that's so interesting. Knight of Wands reversed. I love this reversed card with the Wheel reversed. Has the Magician on it, and the 4 of Pentacles reversed, and Knight of Swords with the 2 of Swords and the 9 of Cups, both reversed. So we have 3 super powerful energies, and that Death card has, you know, the sun with those 2 pillars that I've been talking about for a while now. I actually don't know which way is the reverse on this, but I do think it's very, very interesting that we have Death, the Moon, and the Star, and kind of the center of the reading is the Sun. Interesting. They are feeling much, oh, Heart with the Key with sunglasses. Oh my goodness. With the butterfly, another Death card, karmic relationship, I like you in reverse. Oh man. They are feeling kind of generous in spirit is what I want to say. I also get that from the Whale. You know, the dragonfly goes through this massive transformation. I feel, for some unknown reason, I feel like there's not much talking going on right now. Or, I don't know, I get this alone at night feeling. it just is this cool kind of night energy, but then you have this blazing sun down here inside. And it's almost like they're holding like flowers, and then there's like a beaker of this green kind of liquid and a skull with a crow on it. And kind of the lady in the background doing like a yoga pose naked. Patience. Choices. Cosmic connection. Believe. Time out. That's what I'm feeling right here. Time out, transformation. He's going through a massive transformation. I 100% am with you if you're like, man, am I sick of hearing about what's going on, like that he's having some transformation and I don't get to see any of it. But they do want to kind of say to you is like, look in the mirror. You've really had a huge, look at that, surrender to the divine, and you got the card patience. You've had this huge transformation, and I don't even know that you're aware of it all. Look, this is card 32 and 33. It's definitely watching you. I even think it's bothering him. So this might like strike a chord with you because you may have like watched his social media or whatever you did to like figure out what was going on with him. And you may kind of feel like that's not that big of a deal to you anymore. But now it's a big deal for him. These are the same cards we've been getting forever. Work through your fears. Your dreams need a practical plan. Emotions are running high. Nothing will come of this situation. A time for healing. Look at the bigger picture. This is saying, they're saying it's waiting. You have to wait right now. Adjustments are required. Believe in the impossible. Energy is gaining momentum. Balance, spiritual, and practicality. Very close to achieving your goals. Bring love into the situation, nothing yet set in stone. A new romantic cycle begins. But we don't have the win-win card we've had for a long time. I feel like there's something on the horizon here. And it is that red flower, right? But two of these cards, it might be the same card, I'm gonna have to look now, but there's something calling, there's something stirring. And I think it is the same one. Five of Cups. I think he's turned around enough to see. Because look at, the sunglasses are looking directly at this flower, and that's what I feel like he's looking at. And right beside it is the Two of Cups here. And we have the Seven of Pentacles, the Six of Cups. So those two cards have played big roles in the last couple of readings. Two of Pentacles, and the World reversed. And it's like, when you go through an ego death, right? Spiritual awakening, ego death. It's like you kind of, like they're showing me that infinity symbol with the Two of Pentacles on it, right? Your life force is like transferring from one thing to another. And something you've put like all your energy into. Like, so your ego is a part of you. It's your personality, but it is the part of you that like needs to fight. right? We've got the 5 and the 7 of Wands here. It's the part of you that needs to be right. It's the part of you that seeks revenge. It's the part of you that thinks, they hurt me, I'm going to make them hurt. And there's been an ego death around this. And I really feel very strongly, see, look, this is crazy. If you watch my readings, you know that this card has been really important, and you know that there's the bridge over it, right? And I swear to God, I didn't know this. I didn't look at it, but they're showing me, here's the bridge. Here's the bridge, right? When he walked away from you, when you said, come get in the water, I am your counterpart, this is past life, right? If you haven't watched the reading with the chakras all lit up that has the hearts of the rainbow, go watch that reading. Because when you walk over the bridge, right? He's at the water, he's talking to her, he walks back over the bridge, and then he's alone. And then it's night. Night is like the symbolic ego death, right? The dark night of the soul. The time when you have to face your own shadow. You can only run from it for so long. And eventually, you will have to come face to face with it. And here, this is like, all these cards down here are giving me that feeling. And, you know, I've gone through a pretty big season of loss. And that will teach you. That will teach you a lot. And I feel that here. I feel nothing makes you appreciate everything more than a season of loss. I'm waking up to the fact that, look, darkness. This is him. This is almost exactly the same card right here. Attraction, abundance. I pulled that card out of the deck yesterday. Discernment, peace, faith, pleasure, growth. So, look at, there's the void, which I also talked about recently. So, and this is the other card that I pulled out in that reading. He's feeling, okay, I don't know why they're bringing up like a benefactor, like for an artist, because that's not what this is. But for some reason, they're giving me that example. Let's say you have someone in your life, like a mentor, a benefactor, or someone, a manager, that they are trying to encourage you because they see something in you that you don't see yourself, right? I really get the feeling that this is what this masculine, like, your kindness and your love and your, all of this like sweet emotion, and I get this like gushing waterfall feeling, like you just couldn't hold it back. Like, this is what your love felt like. And in a lot of ways, when you're not used to that feeling, or someone that's like this, you, especially if you're suspicious, like you're cynical, you're suspicious, you don't trust, you have trust issues, that you're like, why, what does this person want from me? Why are they doing this? Why are they being kind to me? Why do they love me? What is going on here? And that's this feeling I get, this feeling of he blocked or pushed you away, and you both felt this darkness. There could have even been something with the King of Swords here said that was like hurtful, could have been gossip, because the sword is in reverse, and I think he didn't speak the truth to you, and he could have even lied. But I think it's going to be different for everyone, but I see you felt very alone with your own emotions, and he knows that. He did that on purpose. Like, he's aware. This isn't, no matter how dumb he's acting about it, or how, like, unaware he's acting, like, I see he's acting very unaware. You know, this is kind of Empress Emperor vibes here, but he's acting unaware strategically. He's not unaware. He's aware. He's aware he left you out in the cold. He's aware that he hurt you. He's aware that he didn't reciprocate your feelings to him, and they were there. I wish I knew what constellation this is. I wonder if it's Cancer. Because the moon in tarot is Pisces, but in astrology, the moon rules Cancer. So, you know, the High Priestess is moon in Pisces. There is this weird telepathic thing going on. Never-ending story, deep knowing. That's exactly what it is. The owl, again, the face in the moon. And just a very... And see here, he's got his heart. I know this looks like a woman, but I think this is him being sad, and his wings down, and the heart entrapped in the... I don't read these cards by the book. Heart being trapped in the hourglass, right? His heart was trapped in the past in a lot of ways. Look. Third death card. Change in the wind. Why? It's 31, but it's upside down, so it looks like a 13. Time to go. I know he's tried to... Look at that. It's so crazy. Look at the Nautilus shell. The Nautilus has just been this symbol in my readings for such a long time now. He has tried and tried and tried. And it says blessed on it, by the way. And then this one says breathe. Flexible, serendipity, and look at round and round. Another shell. He's trying to break a cycle. He wants to get out of the pattern. He's trying to... It's like they're giving me... You can't change the stripes, or whatever that saying is. Building blocks, no place like home, a leg up, Ian, orphaned. And again, it's a very similar sitting up on a perch thing. It's not a fairy, but it is almost someone looking like they were about to get married, and now they're alone. And like for some, that past life stuff keeps coming up. Like you could have been married in a past life. I have this little clip here. It's antique. And it very much looks Egyptian to me. And then on the back it has the bull. It's just catching my eye. And I feel like he's awoken in a lot of ways to believe things he didn't believe before. And one of those things may be that you guys have something beyond this lifetime. Because there is a lot of cards here that kind of speak of telepathy, that speak of receiving information beyond this realm, and that speak to him waking up to the fact that he has got this divinity in him that I don't think he recognized before. And again, there's just a lot of figures standing out in the night, right? And he actually has like the Ankh in his hand here. Thinking, well, where would all this come from? I feel like some of this is strategic, I feel like. Like, I definitely get the sense that he wants you to kind of be the one to lay the bricks, to do the growth, to open the conversation, to like, it's just too scary for him in a lot of ways. And I think that a lot of you might say, well, in the beginning, he pursued me, or he wasn't afraid then. No, he wasn't afraid then. But part of him is now. And this came upright. It says, welcoming love, meeting the one, open your heart, getting together, perfect. And it came with date and sunglasses. And right above that is sudden change, shocking news, surprise, upheaval, transformation, epiphany. So I think once he's done processing this epiphany and finishing the transformation, which with this watermelon here, it makes me feel like it's end of summer. This could be now, but that makes me feel like August. There seems to be a fire and water thing going on here, where he wants to temper some of his physical desire and passion for you with this ability to speak deep emotions. But he's afraid to speak the deep emotions. So what I kind of see him doing here, in fact, I'll get more cards on it, but I don't know that I actually have more cards that will answer this question. I'm going to get these, so they make no sense to me at all, but sometimes they give me answers. You know, when the Ace of Swords comes in reverse, I mean, he's holding it, and there's an eagle and a duck and an owl. He wants to send a message, but he doesn't know what to say. The crown has a crow in it. Again, the comic, that's interesting, and the animal. Agape, which is love, and the bottom of the deck is the bridge, which we talked about the bridge already, and then it also is all the chakra colors. And then, so, as I talked about, there's a very, very strong primal energy about you that draws him, that he doesn't really understand, or he can't really figure it out with his brain, but it doesn't matter because it's just always there. Like, I can see with the moon and the Knight of Wands, it's incredibly strong, especially at night. Look at the moon. There's 2 cards here. Sublimation, interesting. I feel like, yep, there is. Look at, oh my gosh, that's crazy. The Great Serpent, Ouroboros, and look at all the chakra colors. So I have been talking about the snakes of the caduceus for a while, and now we have the seagull. And we have autumn. So it may come in autumn. There is like, that is the symbol What is that a symbol for? Taurus or Uranus? I don't know. Under the tree. And then there's got that big moon in it. Wisdom. May actually come, right? Quicksilver, which is Mercury. So we are in Mercury retrograde, fog, and conjunction. Also, the androgyny came out. Where I think you two crossed over on the caduceus. I talk about the snakes going up the caduceus, and like we're at this crossover point here where we're integrating like the opposite gender energy a lot. And I think that's part of that darkness that he had to go through, is that he had to see it's so interesting. Okay, they're giving me this such an interesting thing. So the light, you know, is so powerful. And I always talk about, well, there's no dark switch. There's no off switch to light. It just is. Of course, the sun, which is the light, goes to the other side of the world. And then we have the darkness, and the moon does her own shining. And they're saying, again, they're bringing it back to this thing. I forget what I said, but it's like in the night, you really appreciate the day, you know? You really can't know the self without knowing the other, and you really can't know the feminine without knowing the masculine. And it all is going to appreciating one another in a way that's very synergistic. And they're kind of bringing that back to like the zebra stripes, where I don't understand what you're saying. There's black and there's white on the zebra stripe, and it's kind of the separation that makes the stripes each individual, and that makes each zebra pattern individual. And it's like if they were mixed together, it would just be a blob of gray, like a gray horse or a donkey or something. And it's like, it's your individuation that makes you stand out as an energy, right? And also him. And it's like, it took you two kind of coming together in this way. You know, I felt this energy of temperance here the whole time, and I said it, but it's weird because there was patience and waiting, and then her, like, so the temperance angel has the 2 cups, right? And is pouring the water back and forth, mixing the 2 energies. And it's kind of what they're talking about here. It's like, union is not a mixing of the 2 energies, but it is a mixing of the 2 energies within the individual. And I guess this is important for you to understand. It's that you never like fully, the point of union is not to become one, right? The magician, this is the wheel, but this is the magician in this deck, and he's the 1 card, right? He originates all the action in the tarot, except the initial leap. The initial leap is activated by the Fool, and then the magician initiates all of the action of the tarot. The entire journey is taken by the Magician as the single person, as the one. And they're talking about you two being afraid to be the one and also afraid to be together. And Spirit wants to say they're the same thing. And if you don't understand why they're the same thing, then you haven't finished kind of fully integrating the lessons yet. Like, if you're afraid to be alone or if you're afraid to be together, it's the same fear. And that fear is that somehow you being an individual is just not enough in and of itself. And I guess this is important for the journey right now. And I guess this is what part of this transformation is. Phoenix rising. Patience again. Courage. Bring it into form. I like that. Okay. And she's like stepping and it's turning into like flower of life. Sadness and healing. Okay. Dreams. So he's being, victim consciousness is under there. He's being like heavily led by dreams and also like dream state things like visions, third eye stuff. Like I think he's getting more spiritual downloads than he kind of knows what to do with or he understands. Because that's that eighth house energy, right? That's that really powerful energy. But I do think that he is healing his sadness, and there's been a lot of sadness to heal. And part of that has been kind of looking backwards and being, this is kind of like the hermit light, right? He's kind of looking back and he's like examining this light. And in both of these, she's just kind of sitting there waiting. Like, what are you going to do? Here he's got like kind of this ghost up here. And it kind of is like either past lover or mother or both. And it's kind of telling him in their card 29 and 30, it's kind of telling him to face this. Because if you don't face this, it's just going to keep haunting you. And if you face it, your wisdom will, be expanded. As I see that here. Yes. Discover your life's purpose. And then like these footsteps, right? This is very 10th house energy to me. Bring it into form. It's like the legacy that you create is created energetically first. And look, she's like casting spells from a book. You becoming the person that leaves a legacy is leaving those footprints in the sand. You know what I'm saying? Like, the healing you do ripples throughout all time and space, especially to your descendants or the people who came before you. So there's a lot here about him facing things. I think this is currently ongoing. But it's always a very telling to me when the very first card out is the King of Swords. Like, he wants to talk to you about the situation that kind of left you brokenhearted, left him brokenhearted, left things unsaid, left things unacknowledged, but he doesn't have the courage. Yes. Trust your path. Yep. Keepers of the earth. Yep. Warrior woman. Yep. Inner temple. Starseed. Pillars of light. Leap. Look at that's the Fool card. You go first, the universe will catch you. Align your life and Council of Light, and then again, Death card. So there's something here that's like, I had it and then I lost it. Oh, everybody has, this is an annoying but true statement. Everyone here has the same amount of time in the day. And basically the way you will align the way you spend your time is through your intentions and then your passion, right? I don't want to do this. It's like your passion in life, your desire, your kind of fire. And I think I said at one point, it's like fire and water. It's like purpose, but also emotion. And in a lot of ways, emotions are kind of like your intention, right? But Paul of Venetian, Gold Ray of Christ, interesting. Oh, okay then. I was not ready for that. This card has not come out in a very long time, and I have it next to the Super 7. So this is by far and away the most powerful card that I own, that I have. This is it. And it has not come out for a very, very long time. I know I was in the middle of talking about something, but I don't know. You can hear it in my voice. I'm in shock. Because this card doesn't come out until there is reason for it to come out. And that's the same kind of thing that is happening with his purpose and with his legacy and with it bringing it into form and the footsteps in the sand and the flower of life and all of these things crystallizing, right? And I think I talked about crystals yesterday, that you're the catalyst to all of this. And that sounds like a really big responsibility for somebody, right? This is giving me serious Neptune energy. It's like we want to run away from that because it's a big deal. It's a big deal. I'm going to read this card. It's a very special moment in time. So the amethyst skull will be found when the 13 crystal skulls are basically all have transmitted their knowledge. So the divine masculines, in my opinion, and this is solely me. Normally I talk about my teachers and my mentors and people who have taught me. This is channeled just by me. That I believe that the divine masculines are the keepers of the crystal skulls and that they are transmuting. Now I have to get this card out because this has always been a very special card to me too. It was one of my very first cards that came out for my divine masculine. That the amethyst skull will be found on Earth once all the 13 crystal skulls have kind of, our frequency has raised high enough so we can receive all that knowledge. And this is King of Pentacles. This is the King of Pentacles in this deck. Isn't this the most beautiful card? And right under that is the Four of Wands. So, okay. This is card 21. During the golden era of Atlantis, each of the high priests and priestesses of the 12 tribes fashioned a crystal skull that was advanced computer and programmed it with the knowledge and wisdom held by their tribe. All the information was placed into the amethyst master skull, which is kept safely in the inner planes. Receiving this card suggests you look for the highest perspective in a situation that presents itself to you. Explore the details, and when you have all the facts, take decisions with wisdom and integrity. Affirmation: I explore all the information before I take a decision. My throat is getting really dry. I talked about the chakras yesterday. Following the fall of Atlantis, 5 of our 12 chakras closed. Ascension starts when we once more activate our 12th, 5th dimensional chakras and begin to reconnect the 12 strands of DNA so we can reclaim our true spiritual and psychic gifts. Your guidance is to ask the unicorns to touch, open, and activate your Earth Star, base, sacral, navel, solar plexus, heart, throat, third eye, crown, causal, star chakra, and stellar gateways. Then ask the angels to sing over you so that your chakras vibrate at a 5th dimensional frequency. These are intensely powerful cards. Okay, the gold ray of Christ. Blessings pour unto you. When you choose this card of unconditional love, the gold ray of Christ is held within the cosmic heart at the 9th dimension. The angels ask you to invoke love, wisdom, healing, and protection of this beautiful energy. Ask it to flow through you and surround you with its golden light. When you carry this high frequency force in your aura, you can relax and know you are totally safe. Remember to send the gold ray of Christ to others. I am the gold ray of Christ. And then Paul the Venetian. Call on Master Paul to help you express your visions, and he will co-create them with you. This is, so writing, painting, or in any heartfelt manner, you can creatively and harmoniously express yourself. And Neptune is I attuned to the wisdom of Atlantis, and Lemuria held in Neptune. So that is it. I hope this reading has served you well. I thank you so much for liking, sharing, subscribing, and just for being here and listening and doing the work. It's incredibly powerful. Bye for now.